one. Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. We've got Founders Brewing's Dankwood. This year's release, this is the 2018, and it's an Imperial Red IPA aged in bourbon barrels. So, a couple of different things I like about that. Imperial Red IPA and bourbon barrels. So, nothing on the label that I would dislike. I'm going to read it here. It's going to be a little difficult because the color choice for the text in the background and the lighting in here isn't really meshing well. What do you get when a big, bold Imperial Red IPA meets an oak bourbon barrel? A palate stunner that'll send your senses spinning, or, as we like to call it, Dankwood. Rich caramel notes emerge from the depths of the IPA, highlighting strong malt character, while the bourbon barrel aging develops the complexity. A dank, sticky, and slightly sweet supper, Dankwood is the perfect alchemy of wood and hops. So, I guess it pretty much gave me the tasting notes on there. I was kind of hoping that it would tell me more about the beer itself. Of course, it did tell us all about the beer itself, but I'm talking about, you know, a little history and stuff like that. Anyway, I am already distracted and rambling tonight, and I haven't even had a beer yet. And it's not going to get better after this. This is 12.2% ABV, so pretty potent this year with the Dankwood. Now, I don't know if they release this every year. I think it might be one of their every other year or even more periodic releases, but it is slightly red in the way that caramel is slightly red. It poured out thick. Oh, I can smell it. That's an interesting aroma. But yeah, that's very, very thick, slightly red, but mostly a dark caramel color. And it looks like it actually gets a lot darker where the glass holds more beer up here, and then when some more light's able to get through. And it's a little cloudy, a little hazy, no particulates, and I'm not seeing a lot of bubbles coming up, just a few. Definitely getting some sweetness, some oak, and a little hint of bourbon. It's a very interesting aroma coming off of that. It's got a medium mouthfeel. Dank is definitely the word to describe it. It's pretty potent in terms of being able to taste the alcohol. It's almost like a shot of bourbon at the end. It gives you that same burn and that same flavor. It's very woody, very toasty, slightly sweet, and the hoppy notes are coming through. I'm getting some citrus, which isn't really working well with the other tastes for me, but just an overall earthy, dank hop character. Just that slight hint of citrus that's clashing with the rest of it. Overall, I'm really liking it. I can see, though, how some people wouldn't. I've been told by a couple of people they didn't really care for it, and at least one local beer store said it didn't sell really well the last time they got it in, so they weren't planning on carrying this particular one. Some of their other Founders stuff isn't moving well either. So, Founders isn't necessarily for everyone when you get into the CBSs, the KBSs, the Dankwoods, and they're really, really strong and aged beers. And for me, this one's sitting at a solid 4 out of 5. It's really good, really well put together. It's surprisingly easy to drink for how potent it is, and I think it's great. I like that hint of bourbon that I'm getting in the finish, as well as all the toasted sweet notes. But there's just that slight hint of citrusy hop that's clashing with the other flavors. It complements the dank hop notes really well, but just not with the sweetness and the toastiness and the bourbon flavor. So it's slightly off-putting for me, and it's that one little drawback that's keeping me from bumping it up to a 4.5. I think even with it being smoother than that, I wouldn't quite be ready to push it up to a 5, but I definitely am sitting at a solid 4 out of 5. It's a great beer, and you should check it out. When you do, hit me up down in the comments and the email link down below. Let me know what you think of it, because I've just given you my opinion. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe so you'll get notifications whenever I post a new one. Till next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Cheers. And drink the Dankwood slowly. At 12.2%, it'll wreck you pretty quick.